everybody, this is our 100th episode of ANN News Kids. We really appreciate all the support and encouragements that you have shown towards us. Thank you so much, and I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Hi everybody, this week for the ANN News Kids 100th episode, we are talking about the Beijing Olympics, the Russia-Ukraine tension, the Cyclone Ana in southern Africa, and coronavirus statistics. The country of the week is Bahamas, and congratulations to Costa who was the first to guess it. The extra fun segment is all about Chinese New Year. For the Premature Career segment, we are talking to Vinisha Umashankar, who is a 15-year-old climate activist, inventor, and student who has amazing things to say. I really hope you enjoy, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment below because we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. For the Beijing Winter Olympics, China has claimed to have the greenest Olympics with 100% renewable energy. There are already windmills and solar fields, and there is less than a week till the Beijing Olympics. Environmentalists have been criticizing China because the games are to be held in the middle of a nature reserve, and in order to make the ski venue, a lot of land with many important and endangered animals was lost. The Russia-Ukraine dispute is still going on. Russia has continuously denied any plans to invade despite there being 100,000 troops near Ukraine's border, the most since the Cold War. US has continuously warned Russia that it would be bad to invade and it would cause many problems, but Russia has stated that US's support to Ukraine is a threat. After the tropical cyclone Ana in some countries in southern Africa like Malawi, Madagascar, and Mozambique, there were many injured and a few dead. In Madagascar earlier, there was a drought that led to a large famine. The tropical cyclone Ana led to many floods, strong winds, and heavy rains, and also farms, buildings, and houses were lost. Luckily, it has died down now. Coronavirus cases around the world have stayed relatively similar, but coronavirus deaths have been increasing since the past few days. The top 5 countries with the most coronavirus cases are USA, India, Brazil, and France, and UK. And the top 5 countries with the most coronavirus deaths are USA, Brazil, India, Mexico, and Russia. Some countries have already gotten their 4th vaccination of coronavirus, but some countries in Africa have people who haven't even gotten their first dose yet. So there's a lot of vaccine inequality. Hi everybody, for the 48th Appear Your Career segment, this week we are talking to Vinisha Umashankar, who is a 15-year-old fantastic inventor, climate activist, and student who invented the solar-powered iron cart, the Iron Max. She was also invited to the COP26 and had a speech there that was fantastic. She has amazing things to say and amazing advice, so I really hope you enjoy.
Many of my generation are angry and frustrated at leaders who have made empty promises and failed to deliver. And we have every reason to be angry. But I have no time for anger. I want to act. I am not just a girl from India. I am a girl from Earth. and I'm proud to be so.
I'm Vinisha Umashankar. I'm 15 years old. I'm a student, innovator, and public speaker. You could also say I'm the jack of all trades and master of some, because apart from doing innovation, I also have other extracurriculars that I do that include singing, dancing, and art. So
Wow.
I do almost everything, and I also try to make connections with other people, which makes a very good community to be in.
Wow, that's great.
Thank you. And can you tell us more about yourself? Because you're so young and you've accomplished so much. So could you tell us more about your journey and yourself?
So, as for my accomplishments, most of my accomplishments that are in the recent years are from my innovations. And my most well known innovation is the solar ironing cart, which is the reason for most of my achievements in my recent years, too. My first win for the solar ironing cart was back in 2019. It was a national award called the APJ Abdul Kalam Ignite Award. And in 2020, I received the Children's Climate Prize, which I received a gold medal, a certificate, and a cash prize. In 2021, I was shortlisted as one of the finalists for the Earthshot Prize, which also gave me the opportunity to speak at COP26, which is one of the biggest achievements I have so far.
Wow.
Wow. That is so amazing what you're doing at
Such a young age.
and what you've already accomplished. It's really
Thank you.
inspiring.
And what made you an innovator? Did you start young or did you just start it right now? Could you tell us a bit more your innovation journey?
I guess I was interested in science from a young age, but my interest in innovation didn't start for a really long time. Like the actual year which I started innovating was 2018. So I was around 12, 13 years old back then. And from then, if you believe it or not, the solar ironing cart was my first innovation. And after that, I've come up with several ideas, but I haven't really put them out into competitions yet. I've just been keeping them with myself, waiting till manufacturing. But my interest in science is what brought me into innovation. And my interest in innovation has brought me this far.
Wow, that is amazing.
Thank you.
And what else do you enjoy about innovating? And it's very special that you can create all of this. And what do you enjoy about it?
Well, innovation is great, but it's also something that you can't do all the time because it does require a lot of thought and a lot of work that you have to put into it. So, as for innovation, that is just one part of my life. But as I mentioned initially, I also really enjoy dancing. And in fact, I've been in part of many performances before. And as of now, due to lockdown, I haven't been able to give any recent performances, which is quite sad, to be honest. It's really fun though. I'm also really interested in art, and I've been painting and drawing for a while, I guess since I was 10 years old. And then as for singing, I am not the best singer, but I really do I'm quite good. I wouldn't say the best, but quite good. So I do sing to karaoke, but that's about it.
Wow, that's great. Wow. And what inspired you to make your solar powered iron cart?
There was an actual incident. It started when I was 12 years old. So I saw the ironing vendors in my street. Just to put this into a bit of perspective, have you ever seen charcoal based irons before?
No.
No. Just to explain what it is, I bet you've seen a normal iron box, right?
Yeah.
Just imagine that you can open the top of the iron box and fill it with something, anything inside. In our case, you fill it up with charcoal. So it's really big. So you can say it's about 15 centimeters, like the normal scale length, and then 20 centimeters long. So you can fill quite a bit of charcoal inside it, and it also weighs a lot. I saw all of this happening in real life because once you use the charcoal to iron something, you have to actually burn it to produce heat.
Yeah.
And once you burn it, you can't reuse it again. That's kind of the way burning actually works.
Yeah.
So that was a concept that I knew, but seeing it in real life, it made me think, is this something that has to continue into the upcoming years? Is there a solution that I can find that doesn't include harming the environment?
Yeah.
So that one incident of seeing someone who uses that iron box and then not being able to reuse a harmful resource, that really made me wonder. And that wonder only made me bring the solar ironing card to life.
Yeah. That's
Wow,
great.
that's inspiring. You saw a
Thank
problem
you.
and you got a solution for it. That's amazing. And can you tell us about your experience in the COP26 and your amazing speech? Can you tell us about that?
So COP26 was really interesting. And to put it in other words, it's also really crowded and chaotic at the same time because it's such a huge event. There are people coming from all over the world representing all sorts of countries, and all of them are coming and putting forward their views to solve climate change. And in such an event, I got the opportunity to speak to the world leaders, like the presidents and prime ministers of different countries, and tell them what we as the younger generation expect from them and what we think that they could do better and how we are already contributing. And if they don't step up their game immediately, we could be facing bad consequences in the future. But that doesn't have to happen because we all have the capability to actually prevent this from happening. That's what I went and addressed the gathering for. And never expected it to go viral, but it has. But I'm at the same time quite glad that the message is being spread across.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Wow. That's
Thank
great.
you. Yeah.
And finally, what is your advice to kids?
Okay, this is a question that I answer all the time, but I give the same advice for everyone. If you have an idea, then don't hesitate, just go for it. It doesn't have to be an innovation or it doesn't have to be a product or anything. It could be a company, or you could just have a passion which you're afraid to bring out to the world. Just don't ever think of that. Don't hesitate at all because most of the time people are not always watching you. But as you get better, slowly people will start recognizing you for your talent and they won't criticize you for that. Initial criticism is there everywhere. Even I faced it when I first came up with the ideas. Almost every person on this planet faces criticism, but that isn't something you should be afraid about. Just go for your ideas, believe in yourself, and stay curious.
Wow.
Thank you so much. That we love that advice. It was amazing.
Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day and thank you so much again.
Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Les Bahamas sont un pays de l'océan Atlantique. La capitale des Bahamas est Nassau et la population est de 393 000 habitants. Les Bahamas avaient beaucoup de pirates dans les années 1700 et donc il y a beaucoup de forts pirates aujourd'hui. Le deuxième plus profond trou se trouve aux Bahamas avec une profondeur de 202 mètres. Les Bahamas ont une expérience très spéciale, nager avec des cochons. Junkanoo est une célébration aux Bahamas qui est célébré sur Noël et le jour de Nouvel An. Bahamas est le lieu où Christophe Columbus était la première fois. Merci. Hi everybody, this week for the extra fun segment, I'm going to be talking about the Chinese New Year. I hope you enjoy. The Chinese New Year begins with the rising of the second new moon after the winter solstice, which is on 21st December. The Chinese New Year can occur anywhere between 21st January to 20th February. The New Year is celebrated by Chinese communities all around the world, and it is to take out the old year and bring luck and prosperity to the new year. During the Chinese New Year, there are family feasts, meeting with friends, and dancing dragons. This year, Chinese New Year is on Tuesday, 1st February 2022. Each year in the Chinese New Year is associated with an animal, and this year is the year of the tiger. The Chinese New Year was first brought in the Shang Dynasty rule in China in the 14th century. I really hope you enjoy these facts about the Chinese New Year.
新年快乐，恭喜发财，身体健康，万事如意。